opponents will try it again. Starting me over right where I began.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence. Might as well not take fear off the table.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die.
I think everyone's a little scared of what's next. Live or die. Live or die.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. You think your life is over when I was all alone. You came and changed how I feel.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Houston Texans. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olson. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all. Out to the 30-yard line.
Outside, so I'm staring inside, shorty, you would not pop to the food. Like Tupac, I seen a bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Don't know the west side, give it side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die, trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs, gripping on it like I'm picking the prize. Hit the crib when it crib.
They'll run with the Boise State product, Ashton Kenji. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early third down coming up.
Brings up third and the 13.
Drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it turns out to be a very nice return as he's finally escorted out of bounds. 50-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Nike Texas.
On play action. Stroud escaping to his left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
They get 22 yards there. It's good for a Texans first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Quick throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. He'll find his man. That's Jaden Higgins. And he's in! Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Texans. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Let's go now. 70,
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, man, open downfield is Horton. That one good for 26 yards.
Gain of 26 yards. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
RPO, they throw it to right. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 12
A
yards.
pickup of 12 yards. First down, Vegas.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A run. Genty. Yeah. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard
They'll bring
line.
St. Brown in motion. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Las Vegas.
Genty, he'll get this forward, no signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1.
It's a gain of a yard.
little closer now. It is second and goal.
Come on, come on. Set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I may be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
Throwing here on third and goal. And he's in. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Vegas.
Las Vegas.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
That one's going to skip into the end
The
zone
Texans
for a
take over
touchdown.
first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Oh, hey.
They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. They'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backwards.
Oh, hey. 18.
On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. Down the field, it's caught on the left sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big-time play for Houston. 38 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. But it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
They get 14 on that hookup. First down for Houston. On first and 10, it's Bigsby. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
Here we go.
To throw is Stroud. Now a screen set up for Bigsby.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Oh, hey. 18. What's that?
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. All even on the scoreboard. More from Houston coming up in a moment. First and 10.
Here we go.
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
And nice work there after the catch. He was a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Now Stroud. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
18. What's that?
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Moving outside the pocket. And he will wisely just get rid of this one. And set up 2nd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On 2nd down, Stroud. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Houston.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, Genty. Theomatic only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Tackled at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
4 yards.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3.
The 30-yard line.
Pack the 60. Pack the 60.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And a nice return there. He is taken down up close to the 35-yard line.
2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Robbie. Watch quick. Oh, ready? 18. What's that? Nice.
On the handoff, this is Bigsby. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Stroud going to set up the throw. That one complete to Watson. They get 15 on that game. First down for Houston.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. It's second down.
He's lucky this one didn't go back the other way, Mike. He got away with just a bad decision, bad throw, and defensively, you get a chance to steal a possession for your offense. You got to capitalize and make those plays.
He'll air it out down the middle. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Body this man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Brings up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defense.
And this is blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Genty. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cowboys! 70 Timberwolves.
He'll go again with Genty. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle. The backfield is empty here for 3rd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
It's a turnover.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Tony.
Here's a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6.
Oh, ready?
The RPO. That one is complete. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the ground, here's Bigsby. He'll try to get back to the line, but he will not have to. Going to lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Contact occurs just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and come out to the 20-yard line. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball. And it'll bring up third down.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's third down.
He'll drop to throw. Now pass deep for St. Brown. He's got it. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35.
6 yards.
Here's first and 10.
A gain of 46
They'll look to throw again.
First down, Las
A
Vegas.
throw left side, going to be intercepted. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Texans. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Wow, the pressure is too much, and he goes down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Texans take over
First and 10 now from the 36-yard
line.
18. Hey, uno more.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be all in. He's got it. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Houston. Now the try here for the point after. He gets Texans add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
28-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this off to Genty. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the 38-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
Texans take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go, let's go. Ready?
They'll go play action with Stroud. Throw on the run is complete. And he will get into the end zone. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Texans. That's his second touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Texans are going to extend their lead.
35. Raiders 7.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Just going to run it here up the middle. And this is going to be a Raiders first down. And they'll take it up to about the 33-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll keep it on the ground with Genty. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them first and 10, up at the 40. Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
They'll come up to third and 3.
Brings up third
To throw,
and 3.
Stroud. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
27 yards.
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
At the 26-yard line.
Buggy. Today.
On play action. Stroud. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
19 Texans.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He is knocked down hard. Stops a little stretch, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
What really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6.
How's it tonight?
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Bigsby trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
Short of the goal line.
The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Forced 3rd down.
They were stopped on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal from the 1. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Houston. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
Las Vegas, 1st down.
Run right up the gut with Genty. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Tonight.
Here's Bigsby. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here we go, let's go.
Once again, it's Bigsby. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play.
But he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At the 13-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
It is second and 9.
Let's go.
Once again, it's Genty. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. It just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down.
First down. A gain of 14.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
As a cornerback, you're only going to get so many of these chances each game to make plays in the backfield. And so far, this guy continues to take advantage of them. That's 2 sacks so far. And with the way this game was going, I wouldn't be surprised to see another. So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
To the outside, he's got it to Bowers on the quarter route.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
All right.
They'll run the toss with Bigsby. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Texans
So, 3 quarters have come and gone.
At the 26-yard
And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Bigsby now going to start it off here in the fourth quarter. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
Gain of 4 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the first down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10.
18. What's that? Set.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
A
And I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of.
And he's in! Hank Bigsby, touchdown Texans. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Their own 22-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big-time play for Vegas. A gain of 69 yards. So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Back to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. Inside the 35. It is a big-time play for Houston. 55 yards on the game.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying, it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
This returnable from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he goes through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Motion man is Rice. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. To the left side in the hands of Rice. close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll get that one complete to Rice. Still going. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 70 yards. Touchdown, Vegas.
Chase
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will get just a bit closer.
Raiders 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken around the 11. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Start on the ground.
Give an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Brings up third.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they need 8 as they come up for third down.
19 Texas. 18. What's up?
Stroud going to set up to throw. Quick throw taken in. And he will have the first down. That is not officially going to end the game, but they're going to be able to take the clock way down after that play. Now a run on first down. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Now Stroud. Into space at the 45. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Third and 2.
Forced out wide. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That is incomplete. Now they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. Second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Now faking the give. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. In motion, that's Thornton. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So it's a win here for the Texans. They get the job